Why hello there, fellow explorers, Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Salt 2 Shores of Gold, Episode 3, heading to the Crusty Clam Tavern. Generally speaking, you have to craft a lot more stuff than you physically need yourself in order to level up your crafting skills. So you'll often, not always, but you'll often find yourself needing to make a whole bunch of, like, shirts in order to get a higher level of tailoring, or make a whole bunch of like copper bands in order to level up your blacksmithing. So getting paid for it is just like icing on the cake. Alright, now that I have the copper bands, all I need to do is to head over to the mailbox, which is right here, and send them in. And then immediately I get silver for it, and an adventurer's chest, which I can open up. And we got wood logs, flint, a scholar drink, which replaces a current potion effect. So some potions, like the simple healing potions and stamina potions, are immediately recovery. This one will add a whole bunch of constitution for 30 minutes. So it's a buff. It's like a food buff. Curing poison, gunpowder, a rusty torch holder, and a recipe for pilgrim pie. Awesome. Let's learn that recipe. And then craft 2 copper bands. We'll accept that next one. Because I just did one, I can just accept the next. I don't have the copper for that, but, you know, that's something we could mine up or buy. If I wanted to buy it, we would head into the blacksmith. And no, we don't have a tender. Like a... but there's no disadvantage to, like, beaching yourself, so you can just beach yourself, too.
Speak.
So if I wanted to, I could just buy the copper ore that we need for this. It's rather expensive, but we'll make more money than it will cost us. Maybe. But in this case, I'm probably just going to mine it up, because any mailbox allows us to fulfill that crafting quest request. So I don't, it's not important that I'm physically here for it or anything like that. So passively, the other things we should be looking for is salmon, killing a pirate captain, the bands, and boar tusks. So I've already gone to islands that have boars on them. I don't know what kind of animals are on this island. But, that's a deer. So there's definitely deer here. I don't know about boar, though. So if we wanted to fulfill those boar tusks, we have found a boar tusk island, which is this one, if I'm not mistaken. But this island's probably not going to source the boar we need. Now, if I really wanted to, what I could do is I could advantage, I could abandon the quest to get the boar tusks and then get the ones that have, like, because there was a quest being offered here that was like, go get deer antlers and kill the deer here for their antlers, but, like, I'm not going to abandon the quest because I don't think it's really all that big of a deal. And yeah, there's gonna be islands everywhere. Absolutely. In fact, there's like a pirate ship rock over there that we could check out next. We are facing southeast. So there's something here. I can see the mass of a ship over there and then a desert island. Desert islands are a new type. This is like forest islands? I don't know, I'm just creating a term for it. But desert islands are fundamentally a little different, and I'm definitely going to head over there to show you the difference. So I'll do that after maybe searching that pirate ship. Oh, I can't wait until I get a better pick. This is so slow. I think that's yet another island. I mean, the islands are procedurally generated, and they are aplenty. Ooh. Coral crust. As evidenced by the fact that there's like a sea divers guild, there's also like a lot of stuff to find under the sea. So your curiosity is rewarded, in other words. If we wanted to make more copper bands, I'll make the sandpaper for them now. So we need 4 more copper ingots for the bands. Hey, Winnie's, thank you for the resub, by the way. Seems like it's a little cove that I can only really approach from the west. Unless the waves are high enough. Well, but I'll go around. There isn't collision damage. Your ship can never be destroyed. So you don't really have to worry about, like, sliming into things. And with the wheel unlocked, this will straighten up as soon as I let go. Oh, too fast. It's a shipwreck. What do we got here? Let me in. So I'll check it top down. Ooh, a compass, silver ore, cartographer, chest, pirate cutlass, a damaged nomad scroll, tricorn hats. Just have to keep an eye on our water meter, or our breath meter. That hat's not going to be better than the one I have. That was kind of the treasure of the shipwreck, I bet. And I think I heard the level up noise, having grabbed that. There's a few more boxes I hadn't interacted with, and then we can also check like under the ship, but I think it's mostly looted. Oh my god, get back here. Stop it, ocean! Quit it! All that for some oil? Who puts oil in a wooden box? Like, for real. I don't think there's anything down there. So let's get moving over to the desert island, as that will be a new POI for us to explore. And in this case, I don't actually. I'm gonna redeploy the ship because it's going to be more effort to like do a 180 than just to redeploy. Plus, I can get potentially to the other side of these rocks. Yeah, okay, perfect. Ugh, I almost landed on it. Alright, I think most of the stuff I got was pretty useless. This cutlass is worse than the one I have. It adds dex though, but like, who cares? The axe is not very good. The armor wasn't very good. I got a worm for fishing bait. And some more crafting supplies. Oh, we're already here at the desert island. So I'll put away the crafting, the smithing, crafting items. I weigh 40 and going ashore. And if my, oh, yeah, boars, perfect. So I had a quest to go kill boars, and this is a boar island. They are golden boars. One thing I didn't do is take a sextant reading on the last island I was at. I don't, at the moment, because of the storm, have any idea where the sun is, so I can't really easily take a sextant reading here. So we're going to have to wait until there's some sort of better way to figure out where we are. So the desert islands all have this. Treasure. There is one treasure per desert island. I just happened to find the X easily. And I broke my shovel. Shoot. Bullets, copper chain, cure poison, gunpowder, scroll recipe, and throwing knives. And I'll have to make another shovel if I want to dig anything new up, because I smashed mine. The silver are too high level for me. So the node that I skipped over before, I should have probably had mentioned it. It's silver and it's too difficult for me to mine it up. This is platinum, so even higher tier. So that's a no-go. There is positional damage. There's like headshot damage, if you can manage headshots. And then in the talent trees, once we have a level up enough... Oh, there we go. There's some of the boar tusks I need. So this boar tusk correlates to the boar tusk obtained. So I'll switch over tracking so you can track that. But as I was saying, in the skill tree, you can get like more headshot damage. A treasure hunter. Okay, let's not shoot him. A guide for hunting, which is weird for a treasure hunter to have. Ahoy, stranger! Are you here looking for buried treasure, are you? Buried treasure? Rumor has it that every desert island has treasure buried on it. You can usually find it somewhere in a sandy mound with an X. Where can I find shovels? You sell recipes for them. Let's see what you have. So, let's buy a rusty shovel from him, because I just used mine up. And then eventually we'll get like a better shovel recipe, so we can make our own. So let's bind, let's bind a new shovel down, because ours had broken, obviously. There's the sun. So, desert island. This thing has animals. And let's do opened treasure, meaning it's a desert island that we already looted its treasure on. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably, like, open that treasure box, shouldn't I? Oh, no, I had. Right. Duh. Brain. Brain not braining very well. So there's our ship that we came in on. There is a shack over here. And we're still not done with the boar, so hopefully we'll find a little bit more boar before I have to leave. Oh, and there's a ship there. That's probably a merchant ship. Feel like I'm looting the dead here. Low-key dead. Some old ruin. Nothing is sacred. I steal everything. An abandoned campsite. With a fisherman book. Now, before I leave this island, I would really like to get my last boar tusk, because it's going to be, there's no telling when I happen upon another, like, boar island next. So, complete it while we're here. Pirates of Fire excerpt. If I could read correctly. Workbench. Herbalist chest. Whenever you're in a new point of interest, like a cave or whatever, there's often, not always, but there's often rare resources that you can find in those points of interest. Like special cave mushrooms or cave wood, things of that nature. So definitely like look around, poke around, loot, you know, everything. I'm not planning to mark the map for high-level mines. No, they're not special enough to warrant really doing that. And speaking of caves, I did just hear a boar, but I believe that's a cave grotto right there. Oh, yep, there's the boar. Oh my god, stop running. I might need to make some more arrows soon. I could always use my... You know what? Let's just use the gun. Got 35 bullets and, or 34 bullets now and 7 arrows. As I mentioned, oh, there we go. There's the last tusks. Perfect! Alright, let's check out that grotto and then get going. So I think the grotto was over here somewhere. There it is. New cutlass. Now, my weapon isn't very strong, but yeah, this one isn't really any better. Gemstone mines. Am I missing something here? Whoops, didn't mean to drink that. Oh, yes, I am. The lever. That would be helpful. Now, most of the random, like, pickaxes and stuff, they don't have a lot of sell price, but as long as I'm not encumbered, I might as well just grab them. Ooh, copper ingots. That's always nice. Platinum, gold, silver. Can't touch any of that. White ball mushrooms. And skeletons. leveling up again with a potion of agility. Let's see. Yeah, let's just drink it. So you can see your effects, your stats here. So we have Undead Hunter from our gear. We have Rogue Sight for crit chance 5%, and Pistol Mastery from our armor. And then durations, we're fed. We have Quick Footing from that potion I just took, and then Strong from the food I ate. So you can see the stats right there. So those white symbols correlate to the status effects that we've gained through armor, potions. Well, not potions, but armor, etc. I believe I have all the copper that I need for the 2 bands that the priest asked for. A gold ingot. That's nice. And we'll just have to remember that there was a ladder up over there. Vines to go through. More silver and iron. So at least we can get the iron. The starter pick that you start with sucks at mining. It's so slow. The numbers that you see here, the white ones are like normal hits, normal strikes. The red ones are like low strikes. And then if we get crits, they're yellow. So you can crit strike mine minerals, and your picks have stats here. So like, as you can see, all the pickaxes here are like 1 to 2 piercing with like a heavy strike of 1 to 4. So a higher level pick will do more damage to like people and skeletons and animals as well. Ooh, this is a boss. Well, sort of. An elite unit. Not much of one, though. A explorer's bow recipe and a rite of passage key shard. Without spoiling too much, the key shards, you collect multiple of them, and then you can put them together for like a key that opens up something special. Ow, shoot. Excuse you. I was stealing here. Alright. My character's pretty hungry, so I might as well eat something new. And then drink potions to recover the remaining lost health. Now, this cave just keeps going. I think one of the first things I want to buy next will be the, so we need a door key to open that up. One of the first things I want to buy is the blueprint for the iron pick. Just for the speed. While we're here, let's cook the boar. So that I have more food. And that opened a gate. Silver, platinum, can't do anything about that. Now there's like a lot of hidden cave stuff. And the breakable boulders don't look all that different from regular boulders. So it definitely is your advantage to, not all the time, because it would be kind of like neurotic, but to just like, if something seems out of place, give it a good whack. See if it really is. Alright, more recipes. Let's start learning them. So we have the explorer's bows, 2 of them. I thought I just picked up a stalker bow. Oh no, that's something different. So this is an actual bow, not a recipe. It is gonna be better than my old bow, so I'm setting it on 3. And then let's choose the talents. I give it dex. So we did get a notification that we opened up a gate of some sort, but everything down here has been cleared, so let's start climbing back up. So I don't think it's this door, because we opened a gate, not a door. And that is still locked. So we came in through this way. Already looted everything here. Yeah, we might need to climb back up, but I think there was other forks, like, that we hadn't yet explored. So I already gone through this gate. My character's still a little hungry. We did not come through this way. I ran out of stamina. Oh, there we go. So I got hurt, and then immediately leveled up. The good old undo of damage. And the gate we opened up is probably this one, because there isn't a lever on the outside, only the inside. It's so that, like, if you're playing a multiplayer, you can't, like, another player can't just, like, lock you in there, right? Any gate that you go into, you should be able to open from the locked side once it's open. So yeah, that lever opened up this treasure room. Ranger bow and guard's bow. Even more recipes. Guard's bow looks pretty good. More damage when we're far away. Cool. Ocean compliant gates? Yeah, right? Alright, this was the ladder. Oh, that's not how to do that. That was the ladder that we saw from the start. Which means all we have left to do is to open that one locked door. And hopefully we manage a key. David Jones locker field notes. And I just picked up a key, a door key. So, once we open that last door, I think that's everything here. Let's get back down to that door, pop it on open, and collect all our loot. Get on out of here, head towards Ebner. Door was this way? Yeah, there it is. It consumes the lock, or the key, when you open it up. Most of these, like, instances, it's like, you know, one key, there's no point in carrying the key out and saving it for any reason, so just use it up. Pepper! Iron. Ooh, a honed spear. Let's see. 1 to 8, 1 to 8. Extra undead. It doesn't do more damage than our current weapon, but it has blessings. I'm gonna keep what we have. Oh, and the... 1 strength, 2 dex. Oh, yeah. So, Ranger Bow, I'm gonna give it a minor damage buff. And then bind that to 3. So this is a 3 to 8, or 4 to 8 damage bow, rather than the 3 to 6. Well, that's nice. But if you're wondering about the attack set of the honed spear, actually, you know, let's use it. So, give it strength and agility. And it's our undead poker. So I had mentioned before, but due to weapon blessings, you'll end up with some weapons that are just particularly good against a specific type of enemy. And those will be your, like, go-to when you're fighting that type of enemy. So if I'm fighting undead, this thing does more crit chance against undead, so it'd be smarter to use this against undead, but maybe not humans. Or animals. Alright, out we go. Phantomus and Jens, thank you for the resubs. So, we are done with this island. We got the boar tusks we wanted. Let's go ahead and head directly for Ebner next. And not stop to be tourists on the way there. Just so we get more of the quest line done. Making sure I stopped by here. Left it all ransacked. Definitely, that was me. So in order to get to Ebner, that would be to the south. Seriously? No, wave skipper. Not so fine. Guess we're swimming. At least you can swim pretty quick in the game. And one of the things we wanted to make was the copper bands. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Well, I don't need an axe damage ring, never mind. So here's, I had mentioned that you put keys together. So here's the rite of passage key, where we have a third of it now, and at level 10 blacksmithing we can put them together. These are found on Skeletal Guardians. A full key can be crafted from 3 shards, obviously. Okay, so we have our copper bands that we can deliver once we are in port. And it would be probably a good idea for us to get to a vendor, because I have like a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily need on us at all times. But I'm pulling out the copper bands that we just crafted, and then the boar tusks count as quest items, so we're not going to be putting them away. And then these copper bands, I think if you mark favorite, they won't stash. Let me double check that. No, they still stashed. Never mind, I take it back. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to prevent auto-stashing them, but that didn't seem to work. Okay, so heading south for Ebner, huh? We're already lined up south. Let's go. So we are here, and we just need to go straight south. And unless there's like an island literally in my way, I don't plan on really stopping. Let's make some more bullets. It's a good way to level up with blacksmithing. Blacksmithing level 9. Almost level 10. That'd be really nice to hit. What else can we make? That's about it, I think. Unless we want to, like, use up copper for chains and settings. But I don't really want to do that. And I was low on arrows, so I'm going to make 50. And war working's level 9. So we have a bunch of our passive skills, our secondary skills, like almost high enough to hit next tier, which is really nice. I like our ranger's bow. I don't think we're going to be able to replace that with something nicer. This club does a lot of damage for heavy strikes. We can also make, like, I guess I'll make a batch of wood planks to get our woodworking up to 10. And now we have access to the higher level stuff, like the greenwood planks, the greenwood arrows, the which is like level 10 stuff. Where are we at now? Where is a star that I can sextant off of? Behind the clouds? No? Oh, there's one. So we're here. We're almost there. Not too much farther. Fishing skills level 0. Yeah, but I did do some fishing. I didn't do no fishing. I did some. Do I even have... Yeah, I have fishing bait here. See, I'm fishing. Ooh! So those things there are underwater treasure. Where you need like a hook to hook them up. So I can't really do much about that right now. Yeah, I'm probably not going to catch anything considering the fish would having to swim at like 26 knots. Yeah, okay. What am I fishing the moon here? Game says yes. Where am I now? Oh, I missed it. I need to go east. Yep, I can see the island here. It's right there. It's very, very, very faint. I can't even see it now, not really. But I saw it for a moment. Yep, I overshot it. So let's go northeast then. Ooh, and we'll have the wind. I like that. Nice, blacksmithing 10. That I believe is what we would need in order to make a iron pick. Oh! Sorry about your ship! Oh god. Yep, it's fine. It's fine. Still good. I didn't sink them. I just slammed into them at like 26 knots. No big deal. Sorry, Ebner. He's probably like, I know I said urgent, but didn't mean send me to urgent care. Yeah. High seas trading merchant. So if this is a trading merchant, let's grab... I know I just ran them again. The junk we don't want. Actually, well, I want to decorate. Let's put the candle down. Let's put a candle by the bed. So that I can, like, maybe low-key accidentally light myself on fire as I sleep. So here's another ship. And it has a merchant on it.
That's a good-looking weapon.
High Seas Trading Company. Need help with basic deliveries? Sure, I'm in. It wants me to deliver to a desert island seaport.
What'll it be?
So that would be... not close. Not close. But alright. Yet one more thing to do at some point. Alright, and the Crusty Clam is right there. And I can see this is a fast travel island, so, oh, actually, let's go back to this boat real quick. Take our heading. There we go. Marked on our map. I could have done that from the island too, I guess. So here we are. To try to find Ebner. So fast travel site means we are going to mark this down as a fast travel location. Let's clear all the waypoints. So fast travel location, not a seaport, because it is not a seaport, it's different. Seaport would have like all of the vendors and that jazz, whereas this is just like a tavern. That we are like pillaging, because I'm shameless. Map to village. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Salt 2 Shores of Gold, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pirates.